Everybody talking about AI this, AI that. But when it's time to invest, they all run to the same names. Apple, Microsoft, Meta. Yeah, those the big dogs you see, but that's surface level thinking. The real money is in the engine room, the ones building, powering, and protecting AI behind the scenes. If you only invest in the faces, you miss the backbone. And the backbone is where the money has to be spent no matter what's going on in the economy. See, every big wave in history, oil, internet, cell phones, made billionaires out of the ones who own the infrastructure. AI is no different. So in today's breakdown, we going past the hype. We'll break down the 5 pillars of AI that most investors sleep on and how stacking these plays can put you 3 steps ahead of the hype and triple your income if you move right. Here's how I want you to think about it. AI ain't just one app or company. It's a whole machine, like a human body. It got a brain that does the thinking, that's chips and processors, fuel that keeps it running, that's energy, bones made from rare materials, security guards protecting it 24/7, that's cybersecurity, and data pipelines feeding it everything it knows. So we're not just buying hype, we buying the system. Let's start with the brain, where all the real thinking happens. AI can't think, learn, or run without these chips. That's the brain, the part that actually does the work. Every chatbot, every self-driving car, every data center, it all runs through these tiny processes. Now here's the lineup that runs the show. ASML, the supplier. They make the machines that make all the chips. Without ASML, the whole chip industry freezes. TSM, the builder. They manufacture chips for Apple, NVIDIA, and everyone in between. AMD and NVIDIA are the architects. NVIDIA owns the GPU game. AMD balances power and performance for servers. Chips are the brain cells of AI. They do the thinking, the learning, the heavy lifting. And as AI spreads, chip demand only goes one way, up. Now, brains don't work without fuel. You need power, and lots of it. AI servers don't sleep. They run 24/7 eating up electricity like crazy. That's where the energy plays come in. The leader of clean energy, next era energy. Data centers love clean energy to dodge regulation and save costs. Brookfield Renewable owns solar and hydro plants that power digital infrastructure. As AI grows, energy demand gonna double, maybe even triple. And guess what? They can't just cut power to save money. No energy, no AI. It's that simple. So these companies, they stay paid. Every chip, every robot, every electric engine, all that starts in the dirt. You ever heard of rare earth metals? That's the quiet gold rush behind AI. See, all those chips and batteries, they need special materials, stuff that's hard to mine and harder to replace. One company holding that key right now, MP Materials. They mine the rare earths used in chip making, EVs, and AI hardware. You could have the smartest tech, but without the right materials, it's just a blueprint. This is the supply chain that keeps the whole system alive. Quiet money, but necessary money. No materials, no chips. No chips, no AI. That's why this lane is slept on but necessary. It's the supply line to the money. Now, if AI is the new brain of the internet, then cybersecurity is the guard dog making sure nobody breaks in. AI is running banks, hospitals, even governments. And all that data, prime target for hackers. That's why the sector getting heavy funding. That's where companies like CrowdStrike fights threats in real time using AI, Palo Alto Networks, the wall between your system and chaos, Fortinet, securing networks across the globe. And here's what people forget. Every time a company adds more AI, they add more risk. So cybersecurity budgets don't get cut, they go up. No matter what happens in the market, data still got to be protected, so this lane always eats. Now protection is handled. Let's move to the lifeline, where the data flows. Finally, the brain needs food, and that food is data. AI learns from information, text, images, videos, everything. AI learns by feeding on data, and someone has to move, store, and organize it. That's where these companies get paid. Arista Networks builds the high-speed highways between data centers. Snowflake turns messy information to clean, usable data. Amazon Web Services, aka AWS, is basically the landlord for AI. Everybody rents space on their cloud. Meta, beyond social media. They're training massive AI models that push innovation forward. Remember, data is the new oil, but raw oil is useless. It needs to be refined, stored, and transported. That's exactly what these companies do for AI data. Now let's zoom out. If AI companies had to make budget cuts tomorrow, who gets cut first? Now cybersecurity, they protect the data. Now semiconductors, they are the brain. Not energy, the brain needs power. Not data centers, they host the whole operation. So who's left? You, the hard worker. Your job's the first one at risk in this AI shift. That's the harsh truth. As AI gets smarter, human jobs get trimmed. But that don't mean you out the game. It just means you got to switch how you play it by owning the stuff money has to touch. You don't have to build AI to win from it. You just need to own the foundation it stands on. That's why I built the top trading and investing guide to help boost your income and leverage while the world changed day by day, so you can learn how to build wealth long term and profit from short term. Because you can't outwork the machine, but you can invest in the pieces that keep it alive. Thanks for tapping in. I'll catch you in the next one.